Hello YouTube, Mr. Beam is here with another video from Revit Logic YouTube channel. In this video I'm going to continue my previous video. I'm going to also put the link here. So in my previous video I created a section, a dummy section like this one, and in this video we are going to create a dummy section like this one. So probably you will again say that, well, for viewports we already can have some of these stuff, like so this is for example a viewport. So right now it doesn't have any title, but it could have a title, like let's say section title, and where is the title? Is like that one. Let me click on it. So it's like that. Yeah, that's correct. But as I told you, the whole easy stuff is one single drafting view, and I'm not going to create it one by one for each of them because it's a typical detail. So we are going to use it in multiple projects. So, but we can create something dummy exactly looks like this one. So see, this one is very similar to this one. It has a scale 1 to 10, but there are some differences. Company to company there are a little bit maybe different. So I can see that this line is a little bit just going out. The scale, the distance between 1, the gap between 1 and 10 is just nothing, but here you can see it, probably there is a space there. And also, well, it looks like the fonts is the same, but I'm seeing that again this text is, there is a little bit gap between the text and also this line, but here is that the gap is smaller. But anyway, so let's click on this viewport and let's choose this one as a no title again. So we are going to create something like this as a generic annotation. So I'm going to delete this one for now, and we are going to create our brand new one. So also I'm going to delete this one and using the thing that we just created. What we just created, we're going to annotate, we're going to component, dummy section line based, Mr. Beam. We are going to create that section here, and the scale is 10 and the view name is A. Cool. So now create this section. Let's go to the file, let's go to the new and family. Let's look for the annotations and generic metric annotation. Let's open it. I'm going just to delete this one. Now let's create a line here and creating a text for now. We can call it section. You can even have a label here, because sometimes maybe it's a section, maybe it's elevation, and you can just choose between different things. So I will put that section here. The thing is, that section should be 5 mm. I'm going to duplicate this one. I will just rename it as a 5, and that text size is 5. And let's click on OK. I'll put it somewhere here. So now what we need is, what we have to do, we have to use the label we just created. Okay, so where is the label? I'm going just to find the label. The label is, we just create the label text, this one. So this one is 2.5, but let's edit the type. So actually I'm going to do like this. Yeah, let's just applicate it as a 5, changing the text size to 5. It's just getting bigger, okay? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to save it. This is a label text 2.5. I will save it as a 5. Okay? I'll just save it. Let's load this one to family 6. And let's just put it somewhere. So for now, sorry. So where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? What I have done. So let's go to the families and let's just create an instance, put it somewhere, and let's what I have done again. So let's type something here, just keep it there. So label text, let's say it as a create an instance text, section number, clicking on OK, clicking on OK. So for now I will just keep section number like a C and clicking on OK. So we want that C here, okay, and I'm going to create this one again. Let's have a dash line here and just copying that one there. So it's like a section CC. So let's test it. So if I change this one to A, to A, and apply, it will change section AA. Okay. So now let's copy paste this text here, and we are going to click on that one. We need 2.5. Let's applicate 2.5. Text size 2.5. So this one should say scale. So one thing, let's go back to the project. I want to tell you. If I click on this one, okay, this is by default whatever we had. So there is a scale drop down, so you can change the scale like this. It's always for 1 to 20 or 1 to 10, and also not to a scale. But it says a scale, not to a scale. So I prefer have NTS here whenever it's not to a scale, and whenever we want to have a scale, just saying that a scale 1 to 10 or whatever. So what we are going to do is to creating a better family. Why? Because we are a family persons. So now, so with that one, we don't need actually to create like a label here just to change it to 1 to 10, 1 to 20. We can create 3 different texts and just assigning a checkbox for them. So for example, this one is a scale 1 to 10. So that's the text, yeah, you're right. 1, 10. Okay. I will, on the visible, I will choose it as instance scale 1 to 10. And the graphics, clicking on OK. So we have to say that scale 20. Okay, clicking on OK, clicking on OK. Then copy it 2 times, one here, one here. Okay, let's change this one to, let's say scale 20, and this one as a not to scale. But I'm clicking on this one on visible. We have to create another one. Oh, so we just done a mistake. So this one should be 1 to 10. Let's click on the visible, clicking another parameter as scale 10, grouping as a graphics, clicking on OK, clicking on OK. So this one is 1 to 10, this one is 1 to 20, and this one, because we copy pasted this one, is again 1 to 20, but we are going to create a new one, instance, group as a graphics, and name not to scale. Click on OK, clicking on OK. So it will be like this. So always one of them always should be switched on. You can use the formula to do it like that. You can have a drop down to choose the scale. You can just have a label here and type it as a text, like every time just typing scale 1 to 10, scale 1 to something, or like something like this, having only a scale here, okay, and then have a label in front of it, and this can be typed like a 1 to 20, 1 to whatever, or NTS for not to scale. Okay, so you can do both of them. So now I have to move this one there, and I have to also move this one there. So now let's save this family, and we'll just save it as a section title Mr. Beam. Let's save it. Let's load it to the project. So this is the section we just created, dummy section. So it looks like there's a width factor for this text inside the label, so we can have it later. But let's have like a scale 1 to 10. So good, yeah. So let's have that width factor. Let's go to the edit family. Let's first changing this 2.5. Well, we didn't need actually to move this one, so I'm just going to do the undo. Just click on one of them because these are type. So 2.5, you can duplicate it and having a width factor, but width factor usually is always this 0.8. Let's click on OK. You see that it's shrinked, and also this one 0.8. And we also need it for these labels. So first of all, I'm going just to move these two labels closer to section. So we have to modify the family. So I'm going to edit it. For some reason it don't open it. Okay, so I cannot do that. Really, I don't know why I cannot do that, but let's account it as a let's count it as a problem with the Revit. But let's just go to the project and loading there. So maybe it's somewhere here. I don't know for now. So anyway, so the gap is just too big, and also this line can be thick, more thick. So I'm going to just to edit the family. You have to go and check that what is the thickness of the line, but I'm just going just to move this all these things by nudging the arrow key to down, and also these takes a little bit up. So I'm clicking on this one. So this one energy generic annotation. So we are going to manage object style. Let's create line, let's say 5 for example, and I'm going just to have it as a 5. Let's click on OK. Now let's load it to the project again. So what we have to do, so I just actually checked inside this family. This line, it's not actually a line, it's a field region. Let's check it together. So if I edit this family and I'm moving one of these stuff, I'm grouping, so that line is actually field region. And let's type the I. It's checking the thickness. It's 0.8. So we can do the same thing. And yeah, let's do it. So let's edit the family. Instead of having this line, we are going to have a field region. So let's create that field region so we can have the click on this line and typing that one as a 0.8, and let's just click on OK. So from there to here, and now we can save it. Let's just move this stuff a little bit up, just a little bit more up. Let's save it, and overwrite it. So it's just showing too thick, and also that line we have to also remove it. We mistakenly forgot to do it. Let's fix it again. Click on the family, go to the edit family, delete that line, and also, can we make this one smaller? No, we cannot. Let's just save it. And that's it. The reason that it's showing actually thicker, I'm assuming the line around it. So let's try this one. Let's click on this field region and go to the edit sketch. Select the line surrounding and choose it as an invisible line, and let's see that what will happen. Because the line around it has also a thickness, it's adding to that thickness. So it didn't change. Why is like that? Good question. So let's check again this family. Let's see that why it's like that. So if I go to the edit sketch, it's 0.8, and also it's with invisible line. So did we done something wrong? So again, let's check it. So it still is that. I really don't know why it's like that, but we can just leave it for now. If I found the solution, I will let you know. Go right, and let's use that family and put it here, and so that section is AA. So imagine that, for example, that section is BB, and or it's like a 1 to 20, or it's not to scale. How cool is that? Amazing. Great. This is the end of this video, and thank you so much for watching.